Alright, boys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to build all the shield hero characters because they drop on global. I got a bunch of comments already asking me how I should build them, and I did test all these units a bunch, obviously in PvE, PvP. I did also, you'll be happy to know, I did also test almost all of them on a 4 million box CC account. So I know where their strengths lie and where their weaknesses lie on certain build sets and everything, geared, ungeared even, PvP, PvE. So I do think I have a very good idea on how you want to build them. First of all, let's start with the old 3, I guess, or the old 4, because yeah, these 4 right here, they're next to each other already. Are these two? Are they next to each other too? Oh, that's pretty cute. Okay, I wish I could sort them to like just shield hero. It'd be nice, but whatever. First of all, Kizuna, what the heck was I trying to say? Kizuna, she's free. You get her for free. Honestly, her gear set don't matter, okay? This is all she has for me, okay? You just give her some pieces, and you only use her in PvE, and there's the only high-end PvE you would use her in would be Demon King, and she does cook in Demon King. I have a video on that as well. You just go back, look at like, I think it's the bomb video. I don't know how I titled it differently because no one cared about bomb, but I do have a video on Demon King with her. She does cook in there, very, like, she's really good in Demon King, but obviously she doesn't work in the like beast battles, but she does work against OG demon as well. But the thing is, she doesn't need gear for all that, right? Like, just having some sort of gear, like something that resembles gear, is fine. So if you do want to give her own gear set, just give her HP defense, I suppose. But she can just take, like, I can just give her someone else's. I can just give her like Arthur's set when I use her for something, right? It's fine. You don't need, she doesn't need her own set. Okay, cool. There you go. I think most people knew this already. Okay, let's go with another attack unit because the next two are defense units and they're a little more tricky to build. So Filo is very, very straightforward. I would just go attack on her. The thing is, you can go HP and use her as a support if you care about. So if you play geared, you want to go first, and you have, let's say, Fitoria, for example, doing most of your damage, then you can build her HP and she can just be a support with her new passive, and she'll still do really good damage. She just won't do that, like, she won't do half the HP, she'll do like a third of the HP, or like a quarter of the HP ish. More so than not, especially if you don't have outfits. I would probably go, just if you don't buy outfits, just go HP. So she just becomes more of a support unit that can still dish out damage, like, if given the chance. But for the most part, mostly support now. The weak point AoE does still hit hard, but we have other units that can do the same but better. So I would relegate her to more of a support type-ish position, like a secondary DPS, I guess. But on HP, she does completely fine. If you don't plan on using her in PvP and only want to use her in some PvE content, which I don't even know what you would use her in, there's not much that's like for farming, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, no gear set would probably be okay for farming. So if you do want to use her in PvE, you can just give her attack crit if that's your only like thing. But for like, if you want to use on Heroes Arena too, it's just gonna be HP, okay, for both of them. For PvP, PvE, mostly just HP, right? You do want to go first. She's not going to be the one doing the main damage on any team, so just give her HP set, boom, chilling, okay? And also for the rolls, I mean, if I don't mention the rolls, I just assume basic set rolls, okay? So you just want to go 15, well, just attack rolls, right? All of these should be attack, all of these should be defense, all of these should be HP, attack, defense, HP, right? There you go, and then get them as high as possible, I suppose. Also, should you true awaken her? I mean, no. I mean, if you care about her, I guess, if you want the extra CC, I mean, it does help, but it's, honestly, that whole system, I don't like it. So now the two units are kind of, so Rapthalia got changed. The old video I made doesn't technically hold up, but it technically does hold up. So how would you gear Rapthalia? She got a big boost. Okay, let me actually pull up the boost. So Rapthalia got buffed where her crit chance went from 30 to 75. Okay, now we all know what her cards are. Okay, she has a Sever card which triples your crit chance. On my old video, I told people go crit chance rolls because with the Sever card that triples your crit chance, she couldn't crit. This card couldn't crit, so this card was pointless. This card, if you're disabled or not disabled, there was no difference. You weren't going to crit anyway, unless you were like, at the time Twiga was really like still popping, because like Mono Red was like kind of okay when they released, and she would cook Twiga, and that was it. Okay, that was it. She could not crit anyone else. So we needed crit chance rolls. Now you don't need crit chance rolls. This card is guaranteed to crit, and then this card, what you can do is you can invest into crit chance on both these pieces, and you'll be fine. You'll have like 140-ish crit chance, and your crit chance will be, you'll crit every now and then, you know, might get a clutch crit PvP and it'll like save you the match. But I would probably just go pierce rate on both, which is this stat if you're on JP. Just max roll pierce. I'm lazy, I haven't. This is literally free and I haven't done this, but I would just go pierce rate. The other thing is also just make the top pieces common, and you can also switch out. You can have 2 crit chance one, you can have 2 pierce rate ones, and you'll be okay. The thing is, if you run her on most teams, it'll be a go second team, right? Because one, full defense, the CC isn't good, okay? The CC isn't good. You probably don't have many O levels on her, even with the Holy Relic, even with her outfits, her CC isn't bad. Like, I think if you max her out and you actually give this UR attack, she'll have like 68k, but that's not that crazy, right? 67, 68k. But for the most part, to use her effectively, you want full defense gear, which hinders her CC by quite a lot. So just have the top row, which is attack, as common, because the biggest downside of having common gear outside of CC is the base stat is so much lower, right? Like, this is giving me 223 raw attack, whereas this is giving me 1,000 more, right? But the thing is, we don't care about attack, right? Attack is only CC on this unit. So because we're going second anyway, and in PvE it doesn't matter, we go first regardless, but in PvP we'll go second anyway if we do use her. We just go common, so we can roll like a perfect like pierce rate, double pierce rate, double crit chance, whatever you want gear set. You can also go double crit damage and then maybe have the sever card do damage. Honestly, because it's common, you can legit just have 3 different sets, right? It'll be super easy to roll, free practically to roll. You just have perfect sets, and you can try around and see what like works the best for whatever team you want to run, because there's so many Rapthalia teams, right? If you run her with like tier, for example, which I did, she'll crit more often, so maybe that whole like going more crit damage is gonna be more beneficial, or more crit chance, so she always crits on the flood card. Up to you. But I would the main part is you go full defense and the top row is common, and you can have different ones. Like imagine this is a defense one, this is a defense one, this is a defense one, and they all have different like sets of roles. I could just all put them on this, right? And it would be chilling. You can do the same thing for Rapthalia. That's the main thing, right? The fact that she can crit now on the server card of having like needing crit chance rolls is a god's blessing. Okay, now next up, Naofumi, big guy, probably the best unit out of the bunch. It's him or Fitoria, okay? I'll be straight up. I'll probably make a tier list, but it's between those two. And he just wants full defense. And you also want UR gear. You do want this UR and you want attack, okay? Pierce rate is going to increase your damage slightly. Crit chance is going to... What's his crit chance? It's not even that... Yeah. You're barely going to crit anyway. And then his crit damage isn't that good either. So you could give him pierce rate if you want more damage, but for the most part, his new team isn't a defense team. It isn't a go in second team. It's Arthur's team, and you want to go first. So having as much CC on him as possible is going to be very beneficial. You can even run HP defense, and he still performs. My friend has HP defense on his like lower CC account, and it works. He cooks, okay? So you can go HP defense. I would still just go full defense. It's up to you. You'll have to know how strong your human CC, like your human team's CC is. If you can like consistently rival Synths with full defense Naofumi, then it's probably more worth it to go full defense, because what he does is he gives you a third of his defense as basic stats when he stances up. But the thing is, you get so many increases in defense anyway that the defense you get from this does benefit, like does give you a lot actually, like a huge amount. But he'd have like 5k less defense and he would still perform on HP defense. So it depends on your level. It depends on outfits and on your level of account. If you have a really high-end account, like 12, 13 million box CC plus, or maybe like 10 million plus, and you do get the outfits, I would just run full defense, because you'll probably be fine CC-wise. If you don't get the outfits and you have a weaker count, or even if you don't even have a weaker count, I would probably go HP defense if you plan on using them on humans. And if you don't, full defense. And if you are a long-time player, you probably have a full defense set for him ready already from when he was broken, when he released. But full defense, for the most part, it's just going to be better, right? It's just going to give you a much better performance. Now, his ultimate on like 3-6, when he has all his 6 passive stacks, one-shots anyone, okay? And this guy is good in every content. Every single bit of content you can use him, and he's pretty good in. I haven't used him in Demon King, but I've used him against the Mark Beast battles. I used him against Skull and Hardy, and he actually, like, he performed. So, yeah. That's it for Naofumi. I don't know. Don't go pierce rate rolls. Like if you do, make it common gear so you can like switch these out, right? And then you have these with attack UR set for the human team, and you can switch these out for like common ones, defense for if the defense team when you want to go second anyway, right? So Up to you. I will have to fix up this gear because my Naofumi is horrible CC, right? So I'll have to fix this up. I might even get his last outfit just for the weapon and the headpiece too. But I don't know if I want to commit that hard. I think I'll just max out the headpieces I have right now and then I'll call it a day, right? But yeah, that's it for Naofumi. Now the 2 new units. Glass, I'm sorry to tell you, don't build her. Just don't build her. Just do not build her. She is not good. Her kit is backwards. She has a bunch of numbers in her kit, right? They look really interesting and look cool, right? She gets all this, wow. And you use her and she doesn't work. There's nothing she does that you can't get a better unit to do better. Okay, so unless you'd like, if you'd like Glass, go ahead, bro, go give her attack crit even. Actually, yeah, give her attack crit if you like her, because she does get a bunch of crit chance, and you know she will have okay crit damage, I suppose, and then she already has really good, like, don't give her pierce rate. Attack is going to be more valuable on her than pierce, always. Okay, it's been like that since forever, because attacks, the scaling that goes into this is much more important than the actual pierce rate, right? She gets a double pierce rate on her main card, which is super hard to set up in a way where you actually get the max damage out of it. And then she has this card, which is really easy to set up. Right, you just get the 3 orbs and you lose them, and then you have like 400 pierce rate or more. Did I have 600 or 400 in my video? I forgot. But you have a bunch of pierce rate, and this card actually does decent damage, and her crit chance is good enough, especially with her like passive, that she will crit every now and then, and that card will surprise you how much damage it does. This card I've tried, and you can make it look impressive, and this is supposed to be her main card. So her kit is just backwards, but if you do want to gear her, obviously I would just go HP. I do have an HP set for her. Yeah, this one I did make an HP set for her because I tried to fix it. She's just not like, I'm sorry to tell you guys, if you like Glass, she is shit, okay? She is not a good unit. She's not fun. That's the main part. If she wasn't good but she was fun, cool, right? Her kit has a bunch of numbers that don't do anything, and then the way you use her is really backwards, right? You'll need to play like 10 matches to get comfortable using her kit, because you get punished for using her and you get punished for not using her. You get punished for using her at the perfect time, and you get punished for not using her at the perfect time. And at that point, just use a different character. We can just click the cards and you can be happy with. Okay, so Glass, if you want to build her, you're not going to use her in PvP. I'll be honest. You will use her in PvE. You can use her, I suppose. I tried her on Demon King. I recorded a whole video and she was just shit. But you can go attack crit if you're gonna go PvE, right? Because the CC doesn't matter, and she can maybe perform some miracles for you, but not for me. Right, on my account with outfits 4-6, she's not doing anything for me. Okay, so I would just suggest don't invest into her. She's not good now. She will be worse when we get the anniversary unit that's gonna show her. So don't bother. Fitoria, on the other hand, oh my god, I gotten so many haters on my comments recently about Fitoria, saying Peanut, she won't age. She won't age. Anniversary's gonna kill her, bro. Have you Rimuru aged? Is still viable in a sense, still viable. Okay, all the shit like Naofumi was still viable like 2 months ago. Okay, you could still use them. They don't age out like that. Okay, the only way they would age out is if you don't invest into them at all, right? The thing is, if you don't get her outfits, she might age slightly on the damage front. She won't do this insane damage because she one-shots everyone. But her passive is still 60% crit damage, 50% crit chance for everyone, mini flood on everyone as well, cleanses all the debuffs at the start of battle, gets more crit chance, gets all stats, everything, bro. Everything you can ask for, crit damage, pierce rate, literally is in this kit. And she supports, right? Like half of this she just gives to her allies as well. She will be good. She makes other people do so much more damage. She will be good for a very long time. Okay, she won't like age out. I would suggest, okay, if you like Grand Cross and you play it a lot and you've got the funds, I would buy the outfits. It'll set you back like 24 bucks plus 60 gems, but it is very worth it. This unit is disgusting with how broken it is. And the way you build her, contrary to popular belief, is going to be HP. She does way too much, bro. She does way too much damage. Watch my video where I used her on Filo, on the Filo showcase. She was HP defense, not her own set, because I haven't made it yet, even though I have 5k envos. She was offset HP defense, right? So it was SSR gear, wasn't even UR gear, and she was doing nearly 1 million on her AoE. She is him. She cooks. Okay, she doesn't need attack crit. Attack crit is such a waste. You do way too much damage. You don't need it. You don't need it in any world. HP is going to be fine. Ungeared, without outfits, she does good enough damage to you right now. My friend 4 million bucks to see, no outfits, not even the gem one. Hop into ungeared PvP, champion, 50k CC below the enemy, and she's two-shotting them. You are fine right now, and probably will be in the distant future as well. If you do like her though, and you like her kit, you like Unknown, you want to make Unknowns good, I would buy her outfits. But again, that's not a video on should you spend. This is how you should build them. And if you do want to build her, HP defense 100%. I haven't tried her on Ratatoskr. I know she's good for it. That my first thought was she's just Unknown God Meli, and she is sort of. Honestly, she's better than honestly, bro. In a sense, she's better than God Meli. I feel like the same way I was scared to call Tyr the best unit in the game when we just got his info, even though it was true, but we haven't seen it in game. I'm like kind of scared to call her the best, but she probably is the best. Okay, but I'm just gonna, I mean, you know, she provides way too much. But regardless, she does work on Ratatoskr too. You can clear Ratatoskr with her, but I don't know if you need attack for that one. HP is probably still fine, like with how much damage she does. But yeah, HP again. HP is so much better for her than attack. You don't like the attack is so useless. You like what? Like one, the crit damage is useless because there is no crit defense for the enemies. So you will just get like going from 282 to 302 is less than a 10% damage increase. It's less than a 5% damage increase. It's a non-existent damage increase. Okay, especially with like all the other buffs she gets, right? The 50% damage to everything. Just give her HP defense, right? And you will cook. You will cook. Oh my god, you will cook, right? You give her HP, you give Filo HP, you run like Albedo on the team, or Echidna. I really like the Echidna when I used her with her. And then you have NANASHI backline. That team will have decent CC. You'll CC a lot of people. Obviously, it depends on your account and everything, right? But you'll CC, it always does. Team CC, people saying, oh, since I have such high CC, it don't matter. If your account's better, you LCC. For the most part, okay? Unless it's close. But HP on her is just the way to go. She's a monster. Honestly, she's the best unit in the game. I'll say it right now. She's number 1, Bun's number 2, Meli's number 3. There, I said it. Fight me. Actually, fight me. After this weekend, fight me, please. I need to let my rage out on someone. I had to help my friend move his furniture from one place to another one. And then today morning, I had to carry a whole kitchen to his place. And let me tell you, 1, that's cancer. 2, everything huge, and he didn't want to like deconstruct it, so I just had to carry the whole like couch, the whole like wardrobe and everything, and then whole shelves, everything, and then the whole like stove, everything now to because the kitchen arrived. And the staircase, if you've ever like like there might be less than a handful of people watching this that will get this. If you've ever been to the Vatican and you go up the thingy, right up to the top, they either let you take the elevator or the stairs. Now, if you're a real man, you've taken the stairs, and you know at some point those stairs get tiny. Like they put a rope there so that you don't fall off. That's what the staircase is like there. So me and my friends helping him, all our backs broken. They're broken. I'm gonna die when I'm 30, right? I can't. I'm already like this weekend aged me by like 60 years. Regardless, fight me. So. That's it from me, boys. I hope this was helpful. If you have any more questions, I mean, I guess let me know. But for the most part, I feel like they're all fairly simple. Like Rapthalia is the only one that's like sort of ambiguous, I suppose, to gear. But yeah, anyway, good job.